So anyways, the reason why I'm posting this video is because when I went looking for videos like this, I wasn't finding them. And so I figured I would start posting. I'll post weekly. I'll give you guys updates. I started looking for videos on gastric bypass and injectable weight loss medications after gastric bypass. Apparently, it's pretty common to start gaining some of the weight back 4 to 5 years after. And I did. I gained 25 pounds last year, which sucks. Okay, it's Tuesday, February 27th, and I have guests. I started the medication on February 12th, and my starting weight was 199.8. And after my first week, I lost 9.4 pounds. And after my second week, I weighed yesterday, and I weigh 185.8. So I've lost 14 pounds now. Really happy about that. Hopefully, I run into other people that are doing this too, that have also had the surgery. I would love to chat with you. I should not have waited so long to try the medication. That was silly of me, but to each their own. Next, start weight was 199.8, and after the first week, I lost 9.4 pounds. After the second week, I lost 4.6 more pounds for a total of 14 pounds. But my third injection, I weighed in at 185.8, and my fourth injection, I weighed in at 185.8. So I'm not going to get discouraged about it because it is the first dose. It's the 2.5 milligrams, and I start my 5 milligrams this weekend. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on here really quick to let you know that I received a text message from Eli Lilly a couple minutes ago saying that they finally replaced the savings discount card with one that will work now at the pharmacies. So if you have one, you should have either gotten a text message or an email with the updated RX information. If you have not applied for the discount card, it would be a good time to do so. Just type in Zepbound. This is my way of kind of journaling my experience with Zepbound and my experience with weight loss in general. And I had horrible side effects that first night. I swore up and down I wasn't going to do the medication again, but after a week, I lost 9.4 pounds, so I was in it again. I thought, well, if my side effects were really bad, I would stop it totally, and if they weren't and I kept losing, then I would keep going. And here I am. Saturday was my first 5 milligram injection, and when I weighed in Saturday morning, I weighed 181.8, so 18 pounds lost, which speechless. I don't even know what to say. I didn't expect to lose but maybe 5 pounds or something. And even that, it was like, oh, I'd be so thankful if I lost 5 pounds. But 18, hello. So right now I'm just doing the little alcohol swab. Check out my fat bulgy arms. My official weigh-in this morning was 180, which brings my total weight loss to 19.8 pounds in 5 weeks, which I am super excited about. Hey guys, it's week 8. I'm really nervous about doing this in my stomach. I didn't feel that. I had to post on YouTube my week 6 and 7 update. I did a combo video. This is week 8 update. Okay. 173.4, which means I've lost 26.4 pounds. I called probably 10 or 15 CVS pharmacies myself. Now, each CVS can do a 20-mile radius, so I kept going outside of the 20-mile radius, northwest, east, south. Nobody had it. I called Walmart pharmacy. I had them do a search. I called outside of their radius and did a search. I called Walgreens. Same thing. I was calling small town pharmacies, like not the big corporation type pharmacies. Nobody has it. Okay, guys, I got my compound today and we're going to go through it. Okay. So look at how thick this foam is that they insulate it with. They include 2 ice bags with it. One of them was still completely frozen when it got here. You get your vial of medication. You get instructions. You get alcohol wipes. Let's pull this out and see. Each insulin syringe is 100 units. My particular dose is going to be 75 units. The vial itself is 10 milligrams per milliliter. It is 3 milliliters. And because I am at 75 units, that is 0.75 milliliter. So this is enough for 4 weeks. I really appreciate the fact that they include the syringes and the alcohol wipes so that I don't have to go out and buy extra supplies. I also appreciate the fact, you guys got to see this, that on the instructions, because they tell you exactly where to do the injection and they try to walk you through it. But if you need extra guidance, you can scan the QR code. So I definitely appreciate that. The alcohol wipes, they send 6. So it was a pleasant surprise today when it was delivered. I will likely try to do this injection tomorrow instead of my Zepbound, just so I can get familiar with it and see how I do with trying to give myself this injection. I will say the insulin syringes, the needles are extremely tiny. Hey guys, so I know it's been a while since you've seen me. I've been busy and
there's really no excuse. So I apologize. Anyways, I am going to do things a little different this week. I ended up going to a compound pharmacy to get the compound tirzepatide because, as we all know, Zepbound is on back order and it is really hard to get. I do have a couple injections left, but I will not go without the medication at all. So I did some research, looked into different companies that offered the compound medication, and I chose Pomegranate Health. They don't just do weight loss medication. They have a monthly membership fee. It is $69. And yes, it is only monthly. So you can choose to do 1 month, you can choose to do 3 months, you can choose to do a year in advance, and then you get a discount. If you don't want a huge commitment, month to month, it's $69 a month. It's injection day. And I'm choosing to do the compound because I want to try it out instead of my Zepbound that I have in the fridge. So this is the vial of my medication, and right now I'm just taking the alcohol and wiping the top of it really good. I want to make sure everything is clean. They send 6 insulin syringes because they are in units. And since I'm on 7.5 milligrams, I'm going to be doing 75 units. I'm going to also clean my stomach, and don't freak out, you're going to see some red spots just because I have skin reactions to the injections, but it's okay because my skin doesn't like needles. So I actually start taking Benadryl the day before my injection, the day of, and the day after, and it helps a lot. Like I said, I've got really sensitive skin.
The microphone I used was really horrible, and so you're going to see me move my mouth, but you're not going to hear some of what I say. And I'm going to show you the syringe so you can see just how tiny the needle is, okay? And earlier when I was talking about Pomegranate Health's monthly membership of $69, I totally forgot to mention the price of the medication. So with them, it's the same price for all doses of tirzepatide, which is $299 a month, and it's the same price for semaglutide, which is $168 a month.
And then
so you push the air into the vial, which helps you draw out the medication easier, and it almost creates like a vacuum. So when you're ready to inject, it injects easier. So while we're watching me do this, a few days after I had my first appointment with Pomegranate Health, I had another appointment. I have allergies that affect my skin, and so I had my little appointment, and the very next day was picking up my prescription at my local pharmacy. So they are super convenient, and I love them.
Oh, I've never given myself an injection. The pens are one thing, but this is...
And as it turns out, I had absolutely no reason to be nervous because, wow, this was easy. Just trying to find the perfect spot.
Okay, so I had to just stop for a minute and get my shirt tucked in for that. Okay, this is my vulnerable moment. Okay, look at the... I don't care. It'll balance itself out. All right.
I just want to remind everybody to make sure you wash your hands before you get started.
I think I'm going to go...
And yes, I washed my hands. I was giggling about how I didn't have very much fat to pinch and super excited about that.
I'm going to go right here. Right above it.
The look of me being shocked, realizing that I was pretty sure I was giving myself my injection, but it didn't feel like it. I know the pens inject almost immediately, and I wanted to take my time doing the injection.
Guys, I didn't feel it at all.
I didn't want to inject the medication too quickly. I don't know, just being paranoid. I didn't feel the injection, and I didn't feel the medication going in at all.
That's less painful than the Zepbound pen. Like, I had to look to make sure because I felt it move, but I didn't feel it. You guys, if you have any kind of a fear like I did about putting a needle in yourself that's not in a pen, do not be afraid of this. You will not feel it. I'll let you guys know next week how my first shot of compound goes. This clip is from the second week of me doing my compound, and I've actually completed 4 weeks already, and I feel like 4 weeks on it did better for me than the last 6 weeks of Zepbound, which doesn't make any sense because I know it's the same medication, but whatever, it's just how it is. The insulin syringes are less painful than the pen, like you do not feel them at all. There's no sting, pinch, nothing. Sometimes with the Zepbound pen, there might be a slight sting, which is fine, it's worth it, but I am done stressing about where I'm going to get my Zepbound every month, and doing the compound is just so much simpler. So you guys, be sure to check out Pomegranate. You're going to love them. And let me just tell you, I'll give you an update. After 3.5 months of being on tirzepatide, I have now lost 40 pounds. I am so happy about that. And I want you guys to feel the same happiness. So check them out.